Today I said, Melissa, I will always wash the dishes in the house. I guarantee you by the end of the week, Melissa will be washing something. Wash something. She'll be like, I know you said that, but I just want to use this cup real quick, so I just want to wash it out. It's not about thinking about cheating. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that I understand that would make a guy want to cheat. That's what I'm saying.
So does that make you want to cheat?
Does that make me want to cheat?
The Bamboo Project Podcast starts in 3, 2.
Welcome to the Bamboo Project Podcast. I decided I want to become a billionaire doing what I already love to do every day and documenting my journey to get there. I figure I'll make all the mistakes so you don't have to. My name is DonivanGray and this is how I will turn my life into a living. So first, I want to start off by giving a shout out to the Bamboo Project family. My goal is to see, is it really possible for someone like me to be worth $1 billion? That's the goal. And my plan to get there is creating 1,000 millionaires, including myself. We are currently streaming on all major streaming platforms such as Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Anchor. You name it, we on it. And if we're not on it, we're about to be on it. For everyone listening to this podcast and not watching it, you can find us on YouTube at The Bamboo Project. We currently have over 350 videos on our channel. Dr. Sabi inspired cooking tutorials, we got that. Travel and lifestyle vlogs, got it. Makeup, got it. Hair growth, got it. Real estate, got it. Basketball, got it. It's everything us. We post something on our story pretty much every single day, and you can find me on Instagram at DonivanGray, DonivanGray, and my phenomenal, beautiful, amazing girlfriend, AnetaBurn, AnetaBurn. The Bamboo Project is turning your life into a living by making money off the things you do every single day. For us, that's the food project, the music project, the clothing project, the fitness project, the sports project, and the Bamboo Project Podcast, which you are listening to right now. This may be your first time here, and if it is, welcome to the family. But for everyone else, this is chapter 2, page 67 of this story. So, if you're new, this podcast has 4 different segments. The first one is Life Update. It's a weekly update on what we went through last week. The second one is a recap of last week's episode and the things I could have done better. The third is a question I had earlier in the week. And then the fourth segment would be the topic of the day. All video and audio timestamps will be in the description box below. So today is June 29th. It's 12:24 p.m. And today is going to be mostly a life update that extends into how I feel about the things in the life update. I don't really have topics for today specifically, but we'll get to those. First is, before we get to the life update, is screen time. Now, last week for me, I already know before I look at it that my screen time is going to be outrageously high. How do I know that? Well, I have went over my Instagram limit on multiple occasions, probably like, I want to say 3 or 4 days in a row. That's what I want to say. I want to say about 3 to 4 days in a row, I've had to extend my limit on Instagram. And the day, it might be midday too. All right, right now it says 6 hours and 48 minutes. Okay, it went up 10 minutes. All right, so it says, I don't know how this is even possible. I don't know how this is possible. Maybe it didn't update. It says right now that my daily average is 6 hours and 58 minutes, right? So yesterday, see, you know why it says that? That's because today is Tuesday and it is taking an average of all 3 days and the day's not over yet. So Sunday of this week, I was on there for 9 hours, on my phone for 9 hours and 37 minutes. And then Monday, I was on my phone for 8 hours and 55 minutes. And today is 12:26. I've been on my phone for 2 hours and 22 minutes. The reason I always like to bring it up on here is because I know a lot of people do not take into account how much time they spend on their phone. And if nobody brings it up, then people just don't think about it. So I figure if you listen to the podcast, this will be what jogs your memory to go, you know what, let me think about what or how much time I spend on my phone. My pickups, I'm going to do my pickups are. So right now, my pickups for today, the amount of times I picked up my phone is 21 times today. Let's see, yesterday it was 77. That's kind of low, actually. That's interesting. So my pickups are actually a lot lower this week than they are last week. They were usually 100 plus over the last couple of weeks. and it's less than 100. So that means when I pick up my phone, I don't put it down. I'm guessing maybe that's what that means. That's very interesting. So for YouTube, I'm gonna go with Sunday, which was 9 hours and 37 minutes on my phone. I was on YouTube for 2 hours and 53 minutes, Instagram for 2 hours and 47 minutes, Safari for 1 hour and 45 minutes, Twitter for 1 hour and 11 minutes, which I think is very odd because I don't have Twitter on my phone.
You have a Twitter app?
I don't.
Maybe try some website too.
But then why does it say Safari? I think that's very odd that it has. How does it have that? That's kind of crazy. I think that's really crazy that they have Twitter as an option on here. I don't have that. Let me check my phone. Maybe I do have it on here. I don't have Twitter on my phone. Wait, it says view. Nope, I don't have it on my phone. All right, Apple. I'm going to get to explain how that is a thing. Because I'm like, why would they separate Safari and Twitter? Yeah, I think y'all slick. And Turo for 12 minutes. So, yeah, man. I don't know about that one. But like I said, I do that so everybody can kind of take a reset of what they have been doing over the week. Because if you don't think about what you've been doing, then you're going to lose out on a lot of time. And this is that reminder. So let's get it started with the life update. Last week definitely was, I want to say, pretty slow overall for the whole week. We didn't really do much, in my opinion. And the reason I think that we did not do that much is because we're in that time period. If you haven't listened to the podcast, you'll know where you are waiting, or we are waiting between what we did and what's supposed to be done from what we did. So right now we are currently waiting on the credit increase that we did. My mom actually put me on her credit as an authorized user. So that means that I now have a higher credit limit of an extra $10,000, which I don't have access to. It's just for my credit to be increased, because then I have a longer history, and because she had the $10,000 to my credit, it makes my credit look better because now I have more money to spend. So that's what we were doing over the last week. I also went and got a physical address for, well, it's just funny. It's not really a physical address. It's a physicaladdress.com, which is a virtual address. That's actually crazy because it's definitely not a virtual address. It is a physical address. So I don't know. But it's an address we have in Atlanta. So now if you send us mail, it will go to that address, and then we'll be able to see it. We'll be able to, they'll scan it and send it to us. They can open it or just tell us if it's trash and then shred it. So I think it's a very good feature to have. I definitely think that it's very useful because a lot of companies ask for our address. So now we have somewhere to send our stuff to, and it looks more legit. And according to AJ, it helps with getting more funding. And we're going to need more funding because we are definitely over budget on this property, like extremely over budget. And the budget we originally had was $75,000. And to this day, I don't know what that was supposed to go into, because I feel like we over budget and we only spent $20K. We only spent $7,500 based off of the scope of work that we were given originally. And the extra, we had to get another $20,000 for plumbing and for electrical. That was not on the budget. So we're already over budget by $20,000. Then I wanted to get the stairs to look nicer, right? So extra $9,000 for the stairs. That's $29,000, right? Found out a couple days ago that it's imperative that we have central AC. Every other property in the area that went sold for very high has central AC in it. So we have to have central AC. There's no doubt in our mind that we have to have that. Now, the only other two things that I'm thinking about right now that we might need more money for is the basement, because I don't know what he plans to do with it. I know on the paper it says he wants to do tiling on the floor, but I do not know if that means that the rest of the basement will look nice or it'll just be cement walls and tile floors. I don't know how he's going to do that. So we still got to wait for that. And Melissa found this app called Houzz, Houzz, and they allow you to kind of use inspiration from their site. You see pictures on it, and you actually shows you how much each thing costs on the site, right? So I'm looking at some things from yesterday, and I go, okay, this is a very nice bathroom I'm looking at. I think that I would want our bathroom to look the same way as this one. So I go and I look to see how much do these items cost in the bathroom. They have a floating, I guess it's called a vanity, and then they also have a mirror above the vanity. And something I like that I guess I've seen it before, but I never knew that it came in two separate pieces. So I'll put a picture up of it here. There's a floating vanity which has two shelves, and then there's like a sink, a long sink that goes across the whole top of the vanity, and then there's another sink that goes on top of that sink with the faucet in it. So the bathroom without the toilet right now, I'm just looking at like $2,000 to $3,000 just for the mirror, the sink, the other sink, and the vanity. That's not including a bathroom. And like I said, I do not know if this is already in the original budget. I have no idea. So that's just that's a powder room downstairs without a shower. We have to go and come up with a budget for the bathroom upstairs as well. So like I said, we're currently over budget. And then we're going to Philadelphia this weekend. What I want to do right now in Philadelphia is I want to go to Home Depot and some other stores that have furniture that we can look at and get a pricing on it, because they're moving pretty quickly. We got a video recently about where they are in the process. They are currently fixing that wall in the back, and there's like the floor issue where if you walk from the living room or the kitchen to the backyard, there was almost a hole there pretty much. It was about to be a hole if you stepped on it. It actually was a hole. So they're fixing that. But I also want to go to open houses to see what other people have in the area and just kind of get an idea of what we really need to boil down on and get for the house, because I really think the house might be done within 2 months. And what's today? Today is 12/34, funny enough. It's June 29th, right? So we're talking about July. I think mid-August the house will be done. I think mid-August the house will be finished. Depending on how fast they work, I really think mid-August. Yeah, I'm gonna say mid-August. Unless we come up with something else that we want to get on the property. Oh, that's the other thing I forgot about the budget we're gonna need to put money into. So the house is very expensive, okay? Exterior work for the house. So I found some faux stones and bricks, right? So I was thinking about...
That's when they put like the little like the stucco on the outside kinda, and then they put the bricks on top.
I believe so. I don't know exactly how they would do it. I just know that it's fake.
I think I watched a video on that before.
So I was thinking about doing that. And originally, when I first thought about it, I wanted to have, as an accent, as a trim, just have like stone, like cobblestone. That's what my first thought was, right? Now I'm thinking, how much would it be to have the whole front of the house be faux bricks? So it looks like a brick house. So you wouldn't paint it.
Isn't it already brick?
It might be, but I don't think it has.
I think this brick is just painted over.
Yeah, so I don't know how they erase the paint.
Yeah, they would kind of chip the paint off and restore it. You can see if that's an option.
Oh, so I'll look into that.
How much that costs?
So I was thinking about just putting fake brick on top of it because it will look cleaner. So I would have to find out from Thomas what they want to do, how that would go. And then I was looking on a house also for what other options they have, or what exterior ideas they have to make the house look better, because we need to have the exterior look good to get the highest appraisal for the house. I want to have like some type of bright colored door or something that goes over the windows, just something that just adds a different feel to the house when you walk by it. Because I know for us, when we look at an Airbnb, or me personally, I want it to stick out from the houses on the block. I want, when you drive by it and you're going, where's my Airbnb? Which one is our apartment? You go, oh, that's it right there. That's the one. I can clearly tell by the way the outside looks that one right there is our Airbnb. I want ours to have that effect. I don't want it to blend in with the houses on the same street. So I'm trying to think.
I hope it's that one. I hope
right, exactly. That's what I want. I want them to be like, please God, let it be that one that looks like, okay, that's ours. Okay, thank God. And like I said, I think our house right now is in an up and coming area. It has not hit the up and coming. It's still coming. It hasn't hit the up part yet, So we're waiting for all the other people in the area to kind of, get on the ball and improve the area a little bit more so that people feel more comfortable walking down the block. Because I looked at some Airbnbs in the area, and even though the properties look very good, some of the people were saying that the area itself was not safe. They felt unsafe walking down the street. They didn't like the way the area looked getting to the house. And trust me, I understand, especially for our property, because it's a it's what is it called? It's a not a one-way street. It's a it's a I guess you call it one way. It's more, I would call it is a one-way street, but there's no parking on either side of the street. So people have to park on the sidewalk. So if you drive down the street, you are driving in the street, but all the cars can only park on one side of the street, and they all have to park on the sidewalk. If they don't park on the sidewalk, they won't be able to park there. So the street is very narrow. And I think that also can turn some people off from going to a house, especially if you drive. I don't really know if people are driving to Philadelphia. I feel like you would probably drive to Philadelphia. So you'd have to have somewhere to park your car. So that's something that we have to look into for people going to Philadelphia.
We're near public transportation.
Yeah.
So it's not like they can't get around. Like it's like down the block, I think, from the house.
Yeah, but if you have a car, what are you going to do if you have a car? So, let me see. Yeah, so like I said, that's kind of where we are right now with that. Like I said, budget is getting higher and higher, and we will make enough money to cover all of the debt that we have. I just don't think we'll be able to pull money out with the refinance. I think that we will have to get another $30,000 or $40,000 from somewhere else. I don't think it'll be hard though, because we have the credit card. Mine has 10,000 on it. I have another one with 2,500 on it. Melissa has about 7,000 on hers, which brings it to about 20. And I think, if worst case scenario, if we pay my mom and my sister back, they'll lend us money again. So I don't think that will be an issue. And if we have higher credit and we have a house with income, we'll be able to get a loan to buy another house. So I think overall it'll work out pretty well. That's where we are with the house right now. We'll be over there, Philly, and then I'll be editing that video the week after, probably within 2 weeks from that. I gotta call them because Turo been mad expensive as far as getting a car on there. I don't know if y'all, maybe somebody can explain this to me. I've noticed that the cars on Turo's price, the price of the cars on Turo have gotten a lot higher. And I was wondering if it's because we got some tickets, I guess you can call them, when we drove the first time in Turo to Philadelphia. Because, oh, that's Thomas calling me right now. Let's see what he has to say. Hey, Thomas.
Hey, Don. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. So, because of my permit application, I was trying to get the easy permit, like I told you, so that we could have it faster. The city demanded a letter from an engineer in order to give it. You understand? They want an engineer to write a letter that will say that we are not doing any structural work. Fortunately, we are doing structural work. And I was hoping to see, like, meet the engineer I work with usually. So that case means if I can't get an easy permit, they said, as I already know, I just want to let you know that he has to do full drawings of the structural work that will need to be done. And in that case, they already have to do a drawing of the building. This will cost me $4,000 to get his drawings with an engineer sealed and signed, you know? I just met with him right now. And then I have to apply to the full permit, which is fine, you know? I was trying to save some time, but the drawings will cost me some extra money. Is it something you could help me with?
Is there any wiggle room on that drawing as far as since he's your guy and you've talked to him before and you work with him?
No, this is already like reduced a little bit for me.
Okay, so I have to think about it because I'm still trying to process everything. What with the structural work?
So,
If you did the work already and then had them come back, would they still say that you're doing structural work?
well, the problem is that an inspector already passed by the house and seen the work. You understand?
An inspector that you work with, or like a separate inspector?
No, a city inspector passed by, noticed that there was work being done, but there is no other way to get the permit for the building right now.
So without the permit, there's no AC or there's no work that can still be done.
Without the permit, I can't move on and have the framing done with the lumber that I have in the building. The violation, besides the fine, they give you a fee for every day that is not closed. I don't want to get into that. I want to do the things right, you know? The permit, without a building permit, you cannot apply for the other permits. You cannot apply for the plumbing permit, you cannot apply for the mechanical permit, which is for HVAC, and nor for the electric. So it's a must. I can talk to him a little bit and see if I can get the price a little bit better, but we really need that, like, drawing. In order for him to do it, for me to have it this week, he needs a deposit from me. I believe I can try and push him to do it for me for 3 because I have other works that I need from him. But I have to talk to him again. He was just here, so I don't want to press him already.
Yeah, I get you. And with the permit, what timetable are we looking, or how much time will we lose trying to get the new permit?
It's just a few weeks. We're still in the time frame of what I told you back then. I told you 2 months, so we were still within that time. Not new 2 months, but I believe that we'll have it by the end of the original 2 months. You understand?
So by the end of July?
Oh, for sure. I believe by the end of July we'll have it, yes.
Okay, and that's with us paying for the permit.
Yes, I mean, should be by the end of July, yes. But
okay.
We could do expedited processing, which does cost a little bit more extra money.
Okay, how much time what would be the expedited time with that if you were to pay for that, or if I was to pay for it?
I have to look on the computer and see what they're saying about the times now.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, because I want to really get it done, obviously as quickly as possible. And whenever you find out the time that we would save by doing an expedited process, can you just send me a text, let me know?
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
How do you want to go about that with the payments? I was wondering.
Do you accept credit cards?
I do not have any system that I could use for that.
Okay.
I could get it through Venmo.
Okay, I think because I just got some new credit card I wanted to use to increase my credit for when I buy the next property over there. So I wanted to start trying to use that so I can, get a higher credit limit. So I was going to try it.
The engineer also mentioned that the floor in that rear laundry room is non-existent pretty much, that I would have to renew it. So I said, well, my client really wanted to get rid of that part. What do you think about it? And he said, honestly, it will make it easier for you. So we could get rid of the rear part. I believe it only costs you the demolition, like maybe $1,000. Get rid of it.
And if we get rid of that room in the back on the first floor, does it affect upstairs?
Say again?
Would that affect upstairs?
No, it doesn't affect upstairs. It doesn't.
Okay.
It's not supporting the upstairs. No.
Got you. And how much square feet do you think that is? Like 100?
But that little room, no, it's less than 100.
But yeah.
It's maybe by 14. At the top is 60, maybe less.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, I'm for doing the permit if you can get the guy to come down a little bit more from the 4,000, and we can get this, just keep it moving. So that's, I don't want to have to drag this out longer. And then
Right.
as far as the back room, I have to think about that one because you said we could. There's no floor back there. So what is
It
it?
says the way it is right now, I can't let you keep it in the plans. If you
Oh,
want to keep it, you have to redo it. So it's pretty much will be cheaper to get rid of it than to keep it. You understand?
oh, that's fine.
That's what
Okay.
I said.
And then the door that will be there will go to the backyard instead of that room, right? In the corner?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we'll keep that door. The door location,
Yeah.
and that will be for the backyard. So we'll have a bigger backyard, which is good too, because right now the backyard is really small.
Yeah, yeah.
We've had additional to the original proposal, all new plumbing, all new electric, all new HVAC, and exposed staircase.
Mm-hmm.
All of that together came up to 41,400.
Okay, so that puts us at like what, 130, like 115?
116 and 400.
Okay.
Now, with this guy, let's say I get him down to 3, we're at 119, 400. Some of the stuff, I think that's, so we're about 120. From now on, when you send the checks, will you adjust it towards that? Or how do you want to do that? Just so I don't run out of money every time, you know?
Yeah, I'm thinking, did you use all that money from last time?
Almost.
Okay.
Almost done. If I pay the framer, then I'll be out. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I also believe that the requirements in the plans that this guy will do, I'll have to order more lumber. Because the staircase, right now it's smaller than the 3 feet.
Yeah.
Once you change an existing old staircase, you must make it to the code size, which is the 3 feet. Right now you have about 28 inches.
Yeah.
So one of the requirements for us to do the exposed staircase is that. But regardless, I think we would have to do it because this staircase is not something I would keep, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Not that one, and I'll give you a new one for the basement too. Not exposed, but a good brand new staircase.
Okay, and that goes into the same price as the other staircase?
Say again?
So that increased the price, or is that the same price?
No, that'll be included.
Okay.
I'll include that. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm gonna get back to you on the process of how we're gonna pay for it. I'm trying to figure out if we would use the credit card because I know that if because what have you done in the house since, I guess, in the video that you sent me?
What was we doing?
Yeah, because what I would do is I would just send the inspector out to come look at. I would tell them that you guys did framing and some other things that were on the list that you sent me originally, and then they will be able to give me a larger sum of money for what was done in the house. I think one of the things on the list said evaluate HVAC and evaluate electrical and plumbing. So because you technically evaluated already, I can say that that was already done, and then they'll give me the money for that to give to you, and then you can just use that money to replace the HVAC, electrical, and plumbing.
Right. Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Also, if the inspector comes, he knows how expensive is the lumber. He'll see we have all new lumber there, stacked, and a lot of work done too. So, I could send you that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That'll work.
I mean, I could send you pictures too if you need. Now, right now, it's all cleaned up. The first floor is almost done as far as new plywood on the floor. We did the new footings in the back for the new joists. They'll see that the work has been done, since last time.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll talk to him. I'll see where I can get him. But the most important for us right now to move forward is him. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I'll try and give him a deposit tomorrow so that he makes the plans.
Yeah. He's gonna draw out the house for you and just give you what?
He's gonna make a full drawing of the house. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll tell him how we want the rooms upstairs. The layout, This is everything I wanted to talk to you about. I was just happy I was able to meet with him today and get it over with before the holiday. But the faster we get the stuff from him, the faster I can submit it all to the city. Okay. So I'll be in touch with you soon, okay?
All right. So I'll talk to you later.
I'll give him a few hours and I'll call him and see what we can do with him and I'll update you, okay?
Okay.
All right, Don.
Later.
Thank you, later. Bye-bye.
So, Melissa, how do you feel about that phone call?
How much does that make the overall total
Of what? Of what?
of what we have to pay?
Well, right now,
Above budget.
we are currently,
Lord Jesus, this sounds like a lot.
it is very high. We are currently,
We're gonna lose money.
I don't think, like I said earlier,
Lose money, really?
Well-
We're gonna get Airbnb, but I'm saying like when we refinance it, are we not gonna get money back?
right now, no. It looks like we're not getting money back. That's what, right now, okay. Let me give you some numbers. Give everybody some
I'm not
numbers.
saying profit.
I know what you're saying. You're saying refinance, get the money back. So, you have a calculator? Can you pull that up? Okay, so currently we spend $116,000 to buy the house. Okay? Then we got a loan for $75,000. A construction loan. Right now, before we've gotten to the other part of the ending of the house, we have $41,000 of extra construction on the house. What number are we at right now?
32.
232. Okay. The house will appraise. The house should appraise between 270 and 315 right now. That's what we're looking at, right? So I'm gonna do some math on my end to see what that looks like. Because for some reason those numbers still seem good to me, but I don't know why. So I'm gonna do some more math on my side. So if
This would be 70% we get.
it varies depending on who you
What's
go
the
with.
lowest?
The lowest is 70%.
Okay. 7% is 189 of 270.
So this is exactly. So this is what all matters. So now we have to look at it like this. Who are we going to get to refinance it? Will they do 70, 75, 80, 85, or 90, right?
They do 90% refinance?
Some people do. You might have to be higher up in echelon, but these are things that happen to people, right? You can get, depending on who you go with. And you might have to pay higher per month. Who knows? But that's what you got, right? Also, you're saying, what did you use as the refinance amount? You used 270?
Yeah, I did.
So you use 270 and you use the lowest numbers. So the lowest numbers we would owe currently, and it's not really owe, but because we have to, no, we would have to come out of our own pocket with that.
That's what I'm saying.
30, about 50K.
Huh?
About 50K.
Yeah. Yeah. It's extra. Because I'm like, even if we get a 300,000 ARV, 80% of that is 240.
Mm-hmm.
So we would have to get the 300 and 80%. If we get 300 and 0.7, that's 210. So we down 22,000.
Mm-hmm. So what we need to do is 80%. What we really need is 85% and 315. I think that's what we need. But at the end of the day, I feel like as long as we can pay off the original loan, then it will be fine. That's the first thing. The second thing is, how are we going to afford to pay all of this? because, like I said, I had the American Express card. That's a charge card, though.
You have to pay that back.
Right. So we're gonna have to apply for some type of credit or some type of loan between now and then.
I mean, if we're gonna do that, we should do that now. Like, try to get like a Chase credit card or something like that now. Because I don't think the Amex is on the, or does it matter if it's business?
What do you mean?
Like, because I'm like, aren't you supposed to apply for multiple cards at once? But I don't know if that same concept applies to business credit as opposed to personal credit.
Well, they said that doesn't really matter. I think inquiries aren't as big for business credit, I believe, and neither utilization. But I have to double check that. And yeah, so I mean, like I said, we just need to find a way to get a loan for $30,000 to $40,000.
But if we don't get the money to refinance, we gonna have to pay back that loan. Or we gonna pay back the loan?
I mean, the Airbnb makes money, so it's not. We would have income and we have unemployment, so we can still pay off the monthly amount for the interest.
I don't know if we could. I don't know if we can collect unemployment if we have income coming in.
I mean, we don't have any income coming in. The Bamboo Project has income. We don't have any income.
But we gonna get.
What does that mean?
That don't apply.
I mean, first of all, not really, no. But people are getting unemployment working. So it's not like we wouldn't still get unemployment. If anything, they might want us to pay it back, which is fine. But we would still get money from Airbnb. All we have to do is pay off the interest on the loan that we have. That's the most important thing. As long as we're paying that off, then we're fine. And like I said, I think that it'll be about $30,000 to $40,000 that we would need to cover that. But here's the fun part. We are definitely going to need more money than that because we still have not figured out how we're going to do for the exterior, and we have not figured out what we're going to do for the furnishings in the house. Because I would hate have a nice ass house and these plastic cabinets, and these plastic sinks, and these plastic toilets. I would hate to have that. So, you're gonna see how we can get $30,000 to $40,000. I think we'll figure it out. We always figure it out. It's just gonna be hard, and I'm kind of happy because now I have something to do. Before, like I said earlier in the podcast, I would just sit and waiting. And I know if you have been here reading the book, watching the book of the Bamboo Project, right? There have been multiple times where we just go, damn, what should we do? And normally I try to force it, try to break things, try to go, okay, how? I usually will buy something like a table. I might buy something like a course. I'll buy something to make me feel like it's doing something, right?
So
but
worth $1,000.
Something like that, right? Something to feel like I spent money. So now I've gotten better. I just go, you know what? I realize, just do nothing. Just sit down. Just relax. It'll come. And that's what happens. Get a phone call. So now I know, okay, boom. Next step we got to do is one, figure out how much we're going to spend on furniture and finishes in the house. And then two, we have to come up with $30,000, $40,000. And listen, we bought a house. So how do we do that? This is the fun part. So $30,000 to $40,000. And honestly, we should be monetized by the time. Nah, probably not.
By the time the house finishes,
nah.
If we get the money.
Nah, I won't. Nah, because he said he can be finished. He said he could probably have it done before the end of July, which means by the end of June. No, which means by the end of July. So 3 weeks from now. I said mid-August. That means we're going to have a house completed in 2 months. But my man said he got to get an engineer. Whoo! So we're going to knock out the wall in the back. Oh, demolition for the wall. Not the wall, but
it's like $1,000.
The rear. Yeah. So
the only thing is that going to bring the value of the house down?
I thought about that. And it's not that big of a space.
Yeah, but I don't know how the person measured it.
But he said it's only like 60 square feet. So he said it's not that big. It's like 14 by 3, which is about 45, 50 square feet. And I have to find out how many other houses have that in the back. But what?
Like my heart, it's just anxiety. It's the worst case scenario. I'm like, what if this shit come back $250,000?
I mean, listen.
My heart sunk into my chest.
I mean, here's my thing. if it was to come back at 250, I feel like that would be insane for the simple fact that the guy that gave it to us gave us higher than 250 before the house was even done. So I'm like, what do you think was gonna happen to this house before? Like, what more stuff could have happened? So, but
are you still trying to see if we can put a shower on the first floor?
A shower?
Oh, you said steps. Okay, steps.
Yeah. I'm like, where would have that shower? Like, where you put a shower in that bathroom? There's not gonna be no space left to do anything. So yeah, man. So y'all see it here. So stay tuned next week to see. Actually, like I said, next week podcast you'll see kind of what happened with us over the weekend when we go to Philadelphia, and then the following week you'll probably see the video of us in Philadelphia walking around, looking at things. Whew. But let's switch gears to a conversation I had recently with my guy, my GameStop guy, my COVID guy, my guy, right? So one thing he told me is that there's something going around right now called the Delta variant, right? My first time hearing about this was when my sister and my mom brought it up. I've never heard about this before that time. And he was sending me articles, right? In these articles, you will see that people who get vaccinated are 3 times more likely to die from the Delta variant, right? He was saying that the percentage of people that die without a vaccine is 0.08%, and the people that die with the vaccine is 0.26%. So 3 times, 8, 24, 26, about 3 times, right? So I'm always thinking, why would people be dying more of the vaccine than less? People who don't take it. So I asked him to explain this to me. And his theory is that the original virus that came out was real, right? Which I believe also. I do think that it was real. But he believes that it wasn't that dangerous, which I also agree. Based off my experience with my dad who had it, anybody I know that has had it, it seems to not be that serious. That's just my overall view from what I've seen in my experience. He thinks that the vaccine is supposed to be what causes a larger second wave of death. Now, I find it very odd, right, that they are pushing this vaccine the way they are, right? For the simple fact that people are still getting COVID, right? With the vaccine. Chris Paul, NBA player, lots of money in the NBA finals. Seems like a person that would not want to catch COVID, right? He catches it and he got vaccinated. So I'm trying to figure out, how is everybody all these people who are getting it, why are they telling us that, if you get it, if you get the vaccine, you can still get COVID? I don't understand what the positives of getting it are of the vaccine. So I can either not get the vaccine and die from COVID, or I can get the vaccine and die from COVID. To me, it's a very simple choice. I'd rather take my chances with COVID because from what I've seen, most people who get it are just fine. So he also talked to me about GameStop, right? And he's explained to me that this GameStop thing is getting bigger or crazier than I ever thought it was. He thinks that GameStop will reach 5 digits for the stock price, right? Which is insane. That's absolutely insane. We're talking about thousands of dollars for one stock that's currently at $300. I think he has he posted his GameStop account. He has $30,000 in his account that he got from his investment over the last couple of months. So for me, I'm like, okay, I see what you're doing is working. It's making sense. But I need you to explain to me why it's going up. I need an explanation. So he gave it to me, and now I'm gonna give it to you. Let's see. where would I start with how this works? Okay, first thing is, you guys have probably seen, if you're into financial awareness on stocks, that a lot of companies right now are increasing their dividends. A lot of companies, right? And he was telling me that a lot of these companies, mainly banks, are increasing their dividends so people can come and buy more of their stock, so then they have more money to use to pay off their debt when GameStop starts to rise. GameStop, on the other hand, is also releasing a dividend. Their dividend they're releasing is going to be in a crypto, right? So I had to learn something new that I did not know. If you short a stock, which I think is crazy to me, you have to pay the person you borrowed the stock from dividends, as opposed to what normally happens is if you buy a stock, that company pays you dividends. If I buy a stock from Home Depot, right, they have to pay me, let's say, 2% of the dividends every 4 months. Let's say that's $1. I get 2 cents every 4 months from them, from Home Depot. If I short Home Depot, I have to pay them 2 cents every 4 months. I did not know that. So GameStop is going to create a crypto for their dividend. Instead of giving you money, they're going to give you a GameStop crypto that they're going to create. Now, the problem with that is the people that are shorting them cannot pay back the company in crypto because they don't issue crypto. They don't have that GameStop crypto coin. So he was saying that what they're going to have to do is they're going to have to give back their share that they took or borrowed from GameStop. So if they are giving back their stock from wherever they have it, right, back to GameStop, that's going to make the price go up. I think that if they give these stocks back to GameStop in place of dividends, they still owe,
like, actual money.
Right, they still owe they still owe the money on those shares. It's just now they can't even sell their share anymore because they don't have it. So let's say that the stock goes back down. Let's say that the GameStop goes down to zero, right? They gave all their stocks back to GameStop. So now they can't even sell it to GameStop at a lower price because they don't have any more.
Oh.
So now it's like you have to pay the money that you owe regardless of what the stock goes down to because you don't have any stock. You can't make money on selling it back to me because you don't have any to sell it back. But you still owe me for the money that you still have to pay me every month for whatever on your balance sheet. However much money you owe me for that, you still owe me that. And then GameStop has all their stock, like you said, and they can then go and sell to somebody else, or they could probably borrow against it, leverage against it, because now their stock's going to be worth $40,000 or $10,000 per share. So now their valuation is going to go all the way up here. Who knows what we can do with that? Maybe you could get a loan for a couple $1 billion. So I think, like I said, this whole GameStop thing is getting crazy. And he was saying that they're going to release their crypto coin on July 14th or July 21st, which coincidentally coincides with a Citadel date, which is from years ago. If you know about what's going on with GameStop, then you understand how Citadel plays a role in this. I don't know if this was planned from years ago or if it did it kind of as a joke right now. It's supposed to be the French Revolution or some type of revolution that was going on with Citadel. And that is why they chose that date. So, like I said, I already have my money in GameStop. I'm going to see what goes with that. Listen, that would be hilarious if that was the way that we ended up paying for this house. That would be hilarious. That would be fucking hilarious. Jokes. Just jokes. So that's my GameStop update. Next thing on my list for today, I want to talk about, like I said, life update, is it's a theory I had from back in the day. Well, from my time back in the day when I used to run game. And I was thinking about it recently. I was just like, why whenever a guy has food, a girl wants some? Every time. And I was wondering why that is. I'm like, they be looking, they be like,
Who wants your food?
Women. All the time. Every woman. What?
Who eat your food?
That's not true.
When I eat your food?
Whenever we go out.
When we go out?
Every time. Ooh, can I try that? Can I have some of that? Every time.
We don't go out that often.
What does that even mean? That doesn't change the fact that...
You wanting your food?
Yes. If you...
I don't want your food.
90% of the time that we go out, you want my food.
We only go out like once a year, so I don't think you should use that as an example.
We go out twice a month.
When's the last time I asked you for your food?
Whenever we're outside.
No, it's not true. Because I didn't ask you to try your Philly cheesesteak. That's the last thing that you had before. I don't ask you to eat your Chick-fil-A. What else?
You want my fries from Chick-fil-A, so there's that.
When I wanted your fries, I have my own fries.
Exactly.
I don't ask you for your fries. I don't.
I don't believe that's true.
I don't ask you for your. I have my own fries. I barely finish my fries.
I don't believe that's true either.
Your fries?
Yeah, I don't believe that's true. I'm trying to think of the time. Where did we go? We were in Atlanta. You definitely wanted my food for sure.
I think I tried. I think I did try.
Tried? Something. Yes. It means you wanted my food.
Try what you were eating.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
No, but that's the thing. I think that's the only time that's happened.
It's not. I'm thinking other times. I'm trying to think of something else that I brought in the house that you like, ooh. Can I have some of that?
It don't happen.
It do. I'm trying to think.
You don't be eating things that I like.
That's not. I don't change it. What is that? That's the whole point. That y'all be wanting food just because you see us with the food. So y'all want the food.
That don't happen.
It does. It does. Like I said.
I don't think it happens enough for you to speak on it. Not with me.
It does.
Not with me.
It does. Just because no. If we're in the house and we're eating what's in the house, that doesn't count. I'm talking about
Even
if I bought. I'm glad you brought that up. Yes, you do eat my pizza. Thank you for bringing that up. The cheesy bread and the pizza. You'd be like, ooh.
Oh, I thought the cheesy bread was
now I bet you did think that. I bet you did think that. I don't finish it.
What are you doing with a pie and cheesy bread?
Eating it. Eating it. That's what I'm eating it. That's the plan.
You don't finish it.
I finish it every time.
No, you don't.
I do. You just throw it out before I'm finished with it.
It wasn't finished.
I leave it here to eat the next day. That's what I do. And then I wake up and it be in the garbage. So I be eating it. So I don't know what you're talking about. Now.
You never told me not to throw it out.
You throw it out.
That's what I'm saying. Like, don't like you wanted it.
But no. It's not, I wanted it because I left it here. I was going to eat it when I woke up. However, I have discovered the reason as to why. See, I'm going to tell you as a woman because they probably didn't even know this.
Tell me as a woman?
Yes, as a woman. I'm coming to you as a woman. All right? To tell you why you as a woman want to eat my food, right? And all the women listening, I figured it out. For all the men out there, right? Everything comes back to the primal instinct of women, okay? Everything, all the time. If you are curious about why a woman does anything that they do, anything, no matter what it is, if anything a woman does that don't make sense, that's the reason. It just go back to primal instinct every single time, right? Me and Melissa be sitting down, have the same food. She look at me and be like, well, I want to try some of that.
That's never happened.
Okay. I'm pretty sure. Even when we were in Philadelphia, you didn't know. In Jersey.
In Jersey what?
You had some of my food in Jersey. Yeah, you did have my food in Jersey too. So that's what I'm saying. We went to get breakfast and I had the what was it? I had the omelet.
Jersey? What do we go to Jersey for?
So look at the house with Chris. We went to the Cuban place to eat breakfast with my mom and Neffy.
Oh, you offered it to me.
I offered it to you?
Yes.
You know I offered it to you?
Why?
Because you given me the look.
Donna, why are you lying?
Because I know when I see the look, I'm sure Melissa look. Melissa look right here.
You're lying. You offered.
She was doing it earlier today too when she was looking at Aaliyah's face video. Look just like this. It looks like this. Do you count like this, right? So as the man I am, okay, I see my woman in distress and I go,
Donovan don't care about me being in
I go,
he ain't talked to me for
I go,
10 days.
you want some, babe?
He cares about me being
Okay, I'll take some. Here, babe, here you go. Because I know that you want some. Because I see you staring at it. Here you go.
I'm just looking at the food. I can't look at it. I'm trying to see what it is.
Listen, they want to know why you do what you do. I'm going to explain it to them, okay? As a man, right, your job is to go out and hunt food, right? Go out and kill and bring back the food to the house, right? That's what you're supposed to do as a man. Caveman days, the man is supposed to go out there, kill a buffalo, drag his dead body back to the house, and feed it to the whole family, right? But as you know, we don't do that anymore. We don't kill buffalo, right? So today's version of killing buffalo is going to Chick-fil-A. All right, so you go to Chick-fil-A, you buy the food, and the girl now feels like, oh my God, my man out here killing food for us. Look at him, like a man. You're not going to share it with me? You're not going to share what you killed for me? That's how y'all feel. I know how y'all feel. And you look at us and you go, their body just starts shaking, right? They go, I need to eat because my man killed for me. I need to eat the food he killed for me, right? Now, they don't know the 21st century. They don't think about that. They just go, no, he has food. I need to eat the food. Wow. Can you explain to me why this is, B?
What? First of all, this is not happening. That's A, right? That's A. Let's start there. B. Y'all be having mad food, like an exorbitant,
like a buffalo,
like a huge ass amount of
for
food.
a grown man to eat.
I don't know how much grown men be eating, obviously. So, because when I look at that, I'm like, obviously this is not all for you. This can't be all for you.
Like a buffalo.
Can't all be for you.
Buffalo. You think I bought it for you?
Yes.
That's crazy.
Isn't that, yeah.
That is crazy that you would think that.
You know, because whenever I make food, whenever I eat,
that you would think that's
whenever
crazy.
I put something to my mouth, I have to think about
you. Gonna lie? You gonna lie?
How am I lying?
You gonna lie here on the podcast?
How am I lying?
How many times you done made ramen and just ate the ramen?
And I didn't give you any food?
Yes.
That's not true.
Wow.
That's not true.
Wow.
That's not true. You remember the time I was making ramen and then you decided that you wanted to order pizza and you didn't know that I was making you food in the oven?
Why was that? Because you sit here eating ramen, that's why.
What is it? While I was making your food.
You were eating, first of all, that's one time, and you were eating ramen that time.
Every single time I make food for me, I make food for you.
That's not true.
Yes, it is.
It's not, though.
It is.
It's not.
It is.
But it's not.
I purposely make food in a way that I can eat what I want to eat, and then I still make sure you're fed.
But that's not true.
It is true.
But it's not.
It is true. I never make that.
That's absolutely not true.
And you ate nothing?
Mm-hmm.
I make ramen for the both of us.
Wow. Last time you had ramen?
I don't know. I don't know when was the last time I haven't had it recently.
The last time you had, I seen some boiled eggs in that bowl over there.
The last time I had ramen was the day that you went to play basketball.
So that was...
And you were not here.
Thursday?
You were physically not here.
So there was no food for me when I came back in the house?
Huh?
So when I came back in the house, there was no food here?
I don't know what you ate when you came back in the house.
I know you don't know what I ate. Because you ate without me. I know.
I figured you would have ate something outside.
Oh, you figured I would ate something outside. That's what you figured?
Wasn't you like an hour early to your basketball?
You figured I would have ate something outside?
Something outside.
See, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Let me say that. Let me say I thought you would have ate outside. It would have been...
But you be doing that. Listen, Donovan, I be in Manhattan buying you pizza.
What?
From my phone. Talking about some, hey, yeah. So I've never done that. I've never left the house knowing that I'm out and about and buy you food from outside.
Once or twice. Donovan. And that would be... And honestly,
it's not
honestly, that's because you done forgot to cook food.
I don't come home with Chick-fil-A. I don't buy food.
I don't remember
that you have food in the house that you can make for yourself. There's no burgers in the freezer, Donovan. There's no eggs. There's no waffles.
But what I gotta do with me eating food and you eating my food? What I gotta do?
I do everything that I can to make sure that you are fed. I do everything that I can.
This is absolutely not true. So what I'm gonna do is
wants the food to appear in front of him, made. That's what you want.
As opposed to
get nothing, go making the burger yourself.
So how are you making food while I'm making it? I don't understand how this is working. How you saying that I'm making the food?
I said I'm supplying the food.
You supplying the food.
The food is here. The food is here. It is supplied. Most of the time, I will make the food.
Most of the time, it's not all, but go on. Yes.
It is not all.
Yes.
And if I don't make the food, I order food. Right? I ever order food for myself and you don't get nothing? Never.
Yes.
Never.
I don't believe that.
Never.
I don't believe that's true.
If I don't order you something from outside, I'll make you something in the house. I will cook for you and order something for myself.
That may or may not be true.
It is 100% true.
Listen.
I never.
You have presented some evidence that may or may not be sound. However,
I eat without you.
Because that is what women do.
I never do that, Donovan.
That is not true.
Either we both starving and laughing and crying, or we both eat.
Okay, so you know what I'm gonna have to do now? I'm gonna have to keep a record of the time Melissa.
I can just order my food, you know. I can just order my food. How you eat yesterday?
What was yesterday?
Eats, right?
What was yesterday?
Yesterday you had French toast and buttermilk waffles and eggs and sausage and bacon. That's what you had yesterday. Is this correct or incorrect? And I had French toast and egg and sausage and throw up everything that I ate. Didn't even
Listen, that's a different topic. We're not talking about that. We're talking about the times that you be eating, I don't be eating, and
that never happens.
that's not true. And the times that I be having food and you eating my food.
The two things that never happened, Donovan. Why am I eating your food?
You think that you don't eat my food? Do you really believe that? You really believe that?
The only thing that you have is the cheesy bread, because I didn't know that was specific.
And the food
and what food?
And Jersey, Melissa.
What food in Jersey? The one you offered to me.
Okay.
You offered me.
Okay.
I say I eat your food.
Because when I see the puppy dog eyes staring at my plate, I know it's coming. So I'm like, you know what? Because I already know as a man this is coming. Listen. Let me just say, hey, babe, do you want?
You want to offer up your food that I didn't ask you for, that I never verbalized that I wanted?
Yet.
Don't mean that I had asked for you.
Yet.
I didn't ask for it.
Listen, where else? And I'm pretty sure in Atlanta you had my food too.
In Atlanta.
When we were at TGI, whatever that place was.
That I think.
Every time.
It's not every time.
Every time.
I think I asked you for a French fries.
Probably not. It's probably more than that. It probably wasn't.
I'm pretty sure it was a French fries.
All I'm saying is.
And you had got like an appetizer. You don't even be getting things that you share with people and eating it by himself.
Why do you think that?
Well, I think what?
That's food you share with people.
Because that's literally what it's for.
It's for you to eat before your meal come. It don't say this. This not that we all eat the food before the meal come. Everybody get their own appetizer.
I think you don't understand. The appetizers, tapas.
Yes.
It's supposed to be like we'll order 2 or 3 things and then we'll share it together. So one will have mozzarella stick. And
why do y'all? But then what I'm supposed to?
And one will have some of the quesadilla nachos. That's how that goes. Supposed to share it. You don't buy mozzarella stick and eat mozzarella stick by yourself. That's not how it's supposed to go.
I don't know why you think that.
That's not how it's supposed to go.
Why do you think that?
Because that's not how it's supposed to go.
According to who?
It's meant to be shared.
By who? What? Where's this set?
It says it. It literally says it on the.
I'm gonna look at the word for that word appetizer, and I'm gonna see what that say. I definitely don't say share nothing. I know that for a fact. It's gonna say the food you eat before your meal come. Definition.
It's meant to be shared.
It says a small dish of food or a drink taken before a meal or the main course of a meal to stimulate one's appetite. It don't say nothing about sharing on here. Nothing. What are the meaning? Nothing.
The place that we went to is meant to be shared.
Neither. So all I'm saying is, women want to eat your food, right? And here's my thing. Here's what I've learned as a man in this world full of women, right? Because there's more women than there are men in this world. What I've learned is, notification. Here's what I've learned. Women are going to be women. And you shouldn't change them from being women. If Melissa wants to salivate over my food, even if she already has a full 5-course meal in front of her, and she hasn't even finished her food yet, but she want to eat mine, even if she's full and she want to eat mine, listen, I know, as a man, these are the things and the tribulations and the trials that we have to deal with and go through to become stronger men. I understand. Listen, if I go outside and get bacon, egg, and cheese, I know if I bring it home, she gonna be like, can I have some? I know. I just know it. All right? I understand. And because of that, it's fine. It's in the soul, and it would be wrong. It's like me telling my kittens, don't meow ever. Can't do that. Can't tell them that. Right? See? Don't yawn. What are you yawning? Can't do that, cat. Right? And I just want guys to know that it's just something you go through. Okay? Women. All right, listen. The next time I get some food and she decides she wants to eat my food, I'm gonna post it. I'm gonna let her eat it, and while she's smiling about eating, because she'll be all happy because I brought home the buffalo, I'm gonna post it on Instagram, and I'm gonna tag this podcast episode to show exactly what I'm talking about, because she knows this will be happening. She knows what will be happening. I don't understand. So my second women philosophy, okay, this is what women love to do. Now, again, you can't get mad at women for being a woman. Okay?
Yeah, 1 up.
Yeah, what?
1 up.
Oh, okay. I think we have 811 subscribers. I was like, oh my God. Okay. This is what women want to do. You guys have heard about tests. If you read the game, women listening. And I always think it's funny. Women will hear this and still do it because they can't control it. Same thing with the food. It's in the DNA. You can't control it, right? So, a woman, your woman, will do something that you know, that she knows will upset you on purpose. Purposely. She'll be like, so you don't like when I call you 3 times, so I'm going to call you 3 times, right? I'm going to go through your phone, which is crazy to me. Think about that. You could tell your woman to her face, I don't want you going through my phone, right? And she'll look at you right in your face and be like, okay, go through his phone, right? And you say, no, don't go through my phone. And then she'll go, okay, I got it, right? And then you're sleeping. She look at your phone. She's like, I know he said that. He said it because he wanted to go through his phone. I think it was a test to see if I was going to do it or not, right? And then they go through your phone regardless. And then they look at you. They wait till you wake up. And at first, they'll do that. Right? At first, they'll look at you. You won't even know if they went through your phone. But then they'll go, so your phone was ringing last night and I was trying to turn it off. So I had to open it to turn it off. And then I noticed that somebody texted you, but I didn't want to look at it. So I turned the phone off. But who texted you yesterday? And you like, what? Who texted you yesterday? Who was that? Oh, it was Shauna. Well, it said her name was Megan. So, and I read it, and Megan said that she loved you. Why does Megan love you, right? This is what women, this women conversation. So then the guy will say, why you go through my phone? And she'll go, I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to go through your phone, right? Now, here's why I bring this up. Because as a man, you have 2 options at this point, right? You can do nothing, right? Or you can argue with your woman, right? 2 options. You got 2 options. Either both these options, you lose. Think about that, right? You see that coming. Now, I'm going to explain to you why you lose on both of these options. If you argue with your woman, right, she now knows, okay, here's the line in the sand. This is as far as I can go. So now, as a woman, what she'll do is she will tap, dance, tiptoe, gymnastic, ballet around this line, crossing it, jumping over it, hopping back and forth, right? That's what she'll do. If you do nothing about this situation or go through your phone, here's what she'll do as a woman. Now, she will blatantly go through your phone, right? She'll sit next to you on a couch, pull your phone out your hand, and be like, oh, who is this? Oh, that's crazy. What? And give you your phone back and look at you and be like, is he going to do anything about it? No? Okay. All right. I'm going to go further. Then she'll take your phone, delete your contacts, delete messages, all of that, right? Look at you and go, Don't look at me like that.
I'm listening.
And then what they'll do is they go, okay, I got away with that. I'm going to go further. Now, we have a woman here on the podcast. Now, babe, as a woman, how would you describe this?
Describe what?
This innate feeling of wanting to anger your man.
Of wanting to anger my man?
Yes, this is what women want to do. Why do you think? Because I already understand. It's in the DNA.
Wait. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I understand the example that you're giving, but that hasn't happened.
Really?
That has happened.
You're a woman, are you not?
Yes.
Okay, so that means it happens.
When did this?
All the time. You're a woman.
What are you talking about, Donovan?
You could pick a time, whatever time you want to pick. Whatever time makes you feel easy to describe. Well, that's not true.
I went through your phone?
Yes.
When I go through your phone?
We were sitting here. We'd have no chair, no couch.
Oh, okay. Aside from that. Okay, sure. Aside from that. I think I went through your phone one time.
Probably not.
Why do you say that?
Because I can't think of other times. That don't mean it didn't happen.
It didn't happen.
No. Sure.
If I went through your phone, it's also that would be acting weird. I didn't go through your phone.
I don't listen. Listen. All I'm saying is, as a woman, I cannot believe that is what is the case. So.
Why do you say that? I don't go through your phone.
Okay. So let me ask you this.
Okay.
Why, bro? She walking on her front hands.
You almost fell forward. That's why.
Bruh. As a guy, we have told women, as I have told my beautiful, phenomenal, amazing girlfriend not to go through our phone. Do you want to explain
I don't go through your phone.
anymore?
I don't. I like I said, it was maybe that one time that was like in the beginning of our relationship. Obviously, yeah, pretty much.
We live together, so it's like.
Do you remember?
Listen,
We lived
listen.
together like 4 months into
It doesn't
our
matter.
relationship.
It doesn't
so,
matter.
Like I said, it was very new, and that was a boundary that was crossed, and the boundary was set, and I haven't went through your phone or nothing like that since then.
But men,
Like, go through your phone.
but men
go through your
want to
phone.
know why.
Why what?
Why do women try to anger men?
That's not. A
Why do women feel the need to stress out men?
That is not a question I can answer.
Let me ask you this: do you get turned on by stressing out men?
That is not a question that I can answer because it's not a proper question.
What is not proper about that question?
You're not asking me anything.
Okay, why as a woman do you want to stress men out?
That is not. The first question would be, why are you assuming that women want to stress men out?
I'm not assuming.
Okay, why is it that you are not assuming that women want to stress men out?
Because they do, and I think they get enjoyment out of it. And I'm trying to figure out. I'm asking you. I'm trying to figure this out.
I enjoy stressing you out.
That is what I'm trying to figure out. As a man, I'm trying to figure this out.
I don't.
You don't. You don't stress me out, or you don't enjoy stressing me out.
I don't stress you out.
Wow.
When's the last time I stressed you out?
Okay. So we gonna play like we don't even know what's happening here. Okay. So we're gonna play like that.
When's the last time I stressed you out?
I mean, if you want me to choose a time, I can choose one time out of the many as a woman that you have stressed me out. Let me ask you a question. So, yesterday, I noticed that you bought food in the morning. Why'd you do that?
I didn't feel like getting up. I wasn't feeling well.
You believe that? Because he was already up. About to make breakfast. You see? Listen, women, they just poof, gone, goes away.
What are you talking about?
See? I seen it here firsthand. Like I said, and as a guy, I understand. You got up.
Did you not see me
You got up.
deteriorate as the day was going
You got up.
and then get better afterwards?
You got up
Yes, I got up.
to go make breakfast.
What did I go make? Oh.
You see it's coming back now. You see the giggling, you hear? You see? Like I said, this is why as a man, this is why we understand that women are gonna be women.
The pan was not clean. I asked you if it was clean and said no, it wasn't clean. So I'm like, I'm not gonna clean it. So I'll order food.
But you see, you tried to catch us as men. I never, right?
What does that have to do? Did that annoy you?
What?
Did that bother you?
Did what?
That I decided not to cook?
No. My question is, why did you not want to use the pan?
Because our kitten was in the pan. And it wasn't washed afterwards.
Okay, so what is your solution to that?
To order food.
And do what with the pan?
I thought you was gonna wash it.
Why do you think I was gonna wash the pan?
Because you do the cleanings. You do the dishwashing. I forgot to put it in the sink. That's what happened.
So where is it now?
I believe it's where it was before.
Which is where you left it at?
Yes.
Like I said, listen.
Well, honestly, I don't know why you saw that there was water in it. You saw what I did. You saw there was water in it, and you didn't wash it. You just left it. You just dumped the water out, and then thought it was clean. I don't know why you thought it was clean.
Because it's water? Listen, Melissa, my beautiful, phenomenal, amazing girlfriend, understands what stretches me out. And she goes, you know what I'm going to do?
Well, how did that stress you out? Me ordering for that stress you out?
Because you looked at it and you said, I'm not about
had nothing to do with you and stress. Because now that's I think that things go the best when I don't have to clean before I cook. Because like now I have to cook clean and do all this, to put stuff away. And I'm like, this is a lot. It's a lot right now. I don't want to do it. That's what happened.
Listen, I'm not. I'm just saying. I'm just pointing out that women enjoy stressing out men. That is all.
Stressing you out.
It does.
How does that have to do? How does that stress you? Why did you think I did that intentionally to stress you out?
Yeah, absolutely.
Why?
Because you're a woman, and women love to stress men out.
Donovan, I did not think. You know what? I'm gonna just leave.
Exactly.
Here. I didn't think that.
Bingo. See, all I'm saying is, as a man, I understand that that's not something that women have to think about. That's all I'm saying. And as a man, I fully understand that you saw that in there and you said, nah. I understand that. I fully understand that. And all I'm saying is that is why. And here's the thing. If that wasn't something that stressed me out as a man, you wouldn't do it. Right? But it is. It is. I'm going to tell you why. Because here's the thing. If I was a guy that it didn't stress out, your brain wouldn't have made you do that. That's what would happen. That's what would happen. You would have been like, you know what? If I told you, right? If I said to you, here's the funny thing. If I said to Melissa, I don't ever want you washing dishes in this house. Ever. I guarantee you to wash some pans. She would have been like, well, these are don't worry, babe. I'm going to clean it. And I'm gonna put this. And I would have been like, why would you clean these if I told you never wash the dishes in the house? Right? That's what would happen. Absolutely would have. I can guarantee. If today I said, Melissa, I will always wash the dishes in the house. I guarantee you by the end of the week, Melissa will be washing something. Wash something. She'd be like, I know you said that, but I just wanted to use this cup real quick. So I just wanted to wash it out. That's what happened. And that is my point that I'm trying to prove to everybody listening to the podcast is that, and it's okay. It's okay. They don't do it in malice. And it's for my men out there. Okay. It's in the DNA to stress you out. And this is why men have to cheat. I understand. I get it. I understand men out there who are like, you know what? She stressed me out. I got to go out and find another woman. Now, it's a understand. Don't make it right. I'm just saying I understand. You got to be strong. That's what they want. They're testing you to be strong. They're going to stress you out every day. Right, babe? Every day.
What are you trying to say?
I'm telling them that you stress me out.
So you about to cheat?
No, I just told them you don't do that. That's not the solution. You don't cheat. I'm
so
saying.
You consider cheating?
I'm saying.
Where did this start?
I'm saying that this is what men do. I know why men cheat. I'm explaining to them that you shouldn't do this.
So you telling me because I ordered food instead of washing the pan?
What I'm saying is that how is that what you heard? What I'm saying is that what I'm saying What I'm saying is that women stress out their man on a regular basis on purpose.
And you're saying that you are
on purpose
getting stressed out on a regular basis.
On purpose. I'm saying that.
So you
when a man. You said what?
You do not believe that I purposely stress you out?
No.
You don't think I purposely stress you out?
No.
You think I stress you out by accident?
Involuntarily.
Involuntarily?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So that puts you in the non-cheating category?
When you say non-cheating category.
Because you said that the difference is if it's purposely done. That's what makes the man cheat.
No, not purposely. When it's the continuous stress.
So, okay.
Yes.
Thank you for clarifying that.
Yes.
Brings us back to point 8.
Yes.
So, I am continually stressing you out. So, you telling me that you was thinking about cheating?
Listen, it's not about thinking about cheating. That's not the hell I'm saying. I'm saying that I understand that would make a guy want to cheat. That's what I'm saying.
So, does that make you want to cheat?
Does that make me want to cheat? When you say doesn't make me want to, I don't want to cheat. So it doesn't make me want to cheat. So I'm saying that I understand.
How you understand that?
Because I can see why. It's like this, right? If somebody cut off your arm, right? And somebody screamed, you go, I know why they screamed. Because I know that hurts.
Why? Because you felt that pain before?
Because I know what that pain might feel like.
You know what that pain might feel like?
Yes, I understand why that person. Like if somebody was screaming because their arm got cut off, you go, why you don't understand why they're screaming? No. I understand why they're screaming. Their arm got cut off. That's what I'm saying. So I've been hit before. I've been punched. Been cut by my cats. So I know if I got a little cut, right? And you have an arm get cut off, you go, I understand why he's screaming. I understand why he's screaming. That's why he's screaming. Because his arm got cut off, Melissa. You understand what I'm saying? I feel like you don't understand what I'm saying. Why are you doing that face?
I feel like you want to cheat.
Oh my goodness. Listen. What I'm saying is that I understand. So let me ask you this. Okay.
I don't like this question.
Why don't you like this question?
I saw your face.
Because here's my thing, right? If you, as a woman, let me ask you this. Okay, here we go.
Okay.
Here we go. You have you cheated before?
Maybe.
Okay. So do you understand why a woman would want to cheat?
Maybe.
Okay.
Like I don't know, because cheating with an actual boyfriend. I mean, you can't cheat if you don't have a boyfriend, right? So that I never cheated before.
But my question is, if you were told, let's say one of your friends came to you and said, "Hey, my man don't be doing this, and he don't be taking care of that. He always be doing things to me. So I'm fucking somebody else." Now, would you say you understand? Would you be able to understand why they're doing that?
Probably not.
Really?
I probably not.
Interesting.
Because, like, I mean, you can do you. I'm not going to judge you for doing you.
Exactly.
That don't mean that I sympathize.
Like I said, I'm not saying to do it. I understand why men do what they do. Because women...
I feel like understanding, I mean, maybe, is that understanding? Understanding is I don't know, that's too agreeable. That's too happy of a word. I feel like you can, I guess I could understand.
Listen, I don't agree with what you want to do.
Something kind of makes it sound like you agree with it. But it's like, okay, I understand. But you have to clarify that. You understand it, but you do not.
Like I said, it's understanding. If somebody came to me and was like, "Bro, I'm gonna cheat on my girl," I'll be like, "Why?" "Bro, every day she stressed me out. I can't take it no more." I'll be like, "Bro, I understand. It's stressful. I understand what you're feeling, bro. I understand it. But you don't cheat." I understand what you're saying, bro. I understand. You feel like you don't want to do it. I understand what you're saying, bro. But you don't cheat. That's what I'm saying to my people. So, next topic is episode playback. Can you scroll up, please? I think I did a very good job of not using the word things this episode. I also am reducing the amount of times I say like. Replacing the word like is how you would... No, let me rephrase that. People use the word like in place of words such as think, feel, do, usually verbs to that effect. So for me, I know that if I'm about to say the word like, I go, what am I trying to communicate with the word like? And then I'll say that word instead. I've been trying that today. I also tried to speak slower today. I think it came across better because whenever I speak slow, I feel really hot. I feel like, damn, I did it wrong. I feel as though, I guess you could use like that time. I feel as though I am not speaking in my normal tone. So it definitely makes me feel uncomfortable. So I can never really tell if or how it will be perceived on camera. And episode playback, I was listening to it this morning. I think that I need, that's what it was. Beginning, middle, and end. I don't know if I had that last week, and I think that definitely plays a role into how good a story sounds. If I don't have beginning, middle, and end, I think it takes away from the story, and it makes a person lose interest in the story. So I got to make sure I have that in every time I tell a story. My topics or my intros going into topics, I'm working on that. And in the beginning of the intro of the podcast, that's going to be changed over the next couple of weeks. I just obviously have to get this this house stuff in order before I actually really get into changing the podcast and focusing on that. And be less vague and more specific. I think I was able to do that today. So, but that's episode playback, and we're gonna wrap it up because we probably are very, very deep in, over an hour and 30 minutes. The last podcast was an hour and 20, and I honestly felt like it was kind of long. I think an hour and 9 to an hour and 12, 13 is the best time. My ears didn't really hurt that much, but probably couldn't have the headphones on as long. But with that being said, we will be back here next Tuesday at the same time, hopefully, maybe earlier. Hopefully not later. And if you have not already, go check our social medias. Mine is DonivanGray, DonivanGray, and you have the beautiful, phenomenal, amazing girlfriend, AnetaBurn, AnetaBurn. So we have 6 different projects on the bamboo project. Okay, we have the food project, the clothing project, the sports project, the fitness project, and the bamboo project podcast, which you just finished listening to right now. You already know what it is. Hashtag Bamboo Project 2021. We're going up a year, you know the vibes. And with that being said, Bamboo Project